everybody, Vivian K here today, also known as Contadina K. I've prepared a video tutorial called Using Gesso as the Resist for Clearsnap. I'm using a Blizzard Colorbox art screen, some gesso. I have a little tub of water, a foam brush, and I'm going to be using a variety of Colorbox spritzers and smooch spritz as well from Clearsnap. So using my foam brush, I'm going to tap gesso through the stencil onto my cardstock. And I'm also going to dilute some of it with water so that in some areas you have a thicker layer of gesso creating the snowflake effect. And in other layers you have a more dilute layer of gesso creating the snowflake effect. The reason I do this is because I really like soft ethereal effects in my projects. Sometimes hard lines are good, and if you did prefer clean hard lines, then you could just do a very precise, undiluted layer of gesso everywhere. But by doing it this way, you create different levels of absorbency on your cardstock. So I just mentioned that I like really soft effects. I'm covering my piece of cardstock with a good amount of water. I've spritzed it on. The reason I do that is because I'm actually not looking for any spritz marks. I'm just looking for lots of different pretty colors to blend in with one another. This is a Colorbox spritzer, and the color is called Deep Grape. You can spritz it on. If you have a wet surface already, it won't leave spritz marks. You can tap it on either way, and I'm just using my fingers to blend it in there. I'm also using one of my favorite blues. It's a Smooch Spritz in Sea Kiss. This is my absolute favorite blue. And because I have that wet surface, it's all blending together really nicely in a really natural looking way. And you can already see the areas where I have gesso. Those are not absorbing the media as readily as areas that don't have any gesso. I'm also adding another favorite color. This one is a copper. It's called Copper, and it's a Smooch Spritz. I'm also going to add a little bit of a Colorbox spritzer from our new release. This is called Pumpkin Pie, and what I'm really looking for is a transition from those rich hues of autumn to the cool colors of winter. You can move those colors around a little bit with your fingers or a foam brush, as I did, and as you can see here, the areas that were gessoed do act as a resist, and the areas that were a little bit more dilute accept the media a little bit more readily. And it just creates a very soft effect. In some areas you can see very distinct shapes of snowflakes, and in some areas you don't. Here you can see a close-up of the resist. And I took a little bit of time to think about a phrase that would be great for a card, that would relate to life and celebrate the change of seasons. I really love what happened with my leaves. This is just a product of a lot of misting and dowsing. If you'd like to see more on my dowsing technique, you can visit my channel on YouTube, which is Contadina K. I have a recently released video on dowsing. For these leaves, I used Colorbox spritzers in Pumpkin Pie and Deep Grape, and Smooch Spritzes in Wine, Berry, and Copper. And I think because some of the colors repeated in the background and in the leaves that they actually coordinate pretty well. I wrapped it with a little bit of hemp twine and tied a little bow and stuck a little brad where the bow crosses. I hope you enjoyed my video today and that you will subscribe to the Clearsnap channel for more inspirational videos and tutorials. For more inspiration from me, you can visit me on my website, which is www.contadinak.com. I hope you'll check out some of these beautiful hues and consider using them for your autumn and winter themed projects. Thanks. Bye.